Hello students, welcome to our online classes. We had started chapter 5 from history monumental architecture. In the previous class we already discussed about the monumental structure during early medieval period. During this early medieval period is dominated by two architectural style, Nagar style and Dravidian style. In today's module, we will discuss about Vesar style. Nagar style was dominant in North India and Dravidian style is dominant in South India. So let's discuss about Vesar style, the architecture during Sultanate period and architecture during Mughal period. Vesar style of architecture. Vesar is name given to a particular architectural style which was prevalent in Karnataka for a number of centuries during medieval era. The hybrid style of temples are found in Deccan region. It is a mixture of Nagar and Dravid style. So Vesar style is the mixture of combination of Nagar and Dravid style, which are typically of North India and the far South India, respectively. And what are the examples of Vesar style? The rock cut temple of Kailashnath at Ellora and Rajputas and Chalukyas are known for the construction of Vesar style temples. The Elephanta caves were also built by Rajputs. Few temples have been seen Badami, which are evidence of skill of Hoysalas and Chalukyas. So these are the key features of Vesar style of architecture. Now Sultanate period. The Turk and Afghans introduced new style and technique of architecture. The Turk and Afghans introduced new style of technique and architecture. When fused with existing Indian style, they give birth to Indo-Islamic style of architecture. So during Sultanate period, Indo-Islamic style of architecture is popular. The Sultans of Delhi wanted to construct their building on the pattern of Iran and Central Asia. Their buildings could not be exact copies of these buildings, but they had to employ Indian craftsmen who had their own ideas about the form and the method of construction. The palaces, mosques, forts, and towers were constructed in this new style. Certain distinct architectural features of Sultanate or Indo Islamic style were the dome, true arc, minarets, mosaics, floral, and geometric motifs, which blended well with the Indian architectural forms already in use. And these features were of Central Asian origin. So, what is arc? An arc is a curved shape constructed over two straight sides, such as in doorways. Earlier building had the corbelled arc, which bricks were piled successfully closer to give an arc-like effect. Uh, True arc students. Arc is a curve shaped constructed over two straight sides. What is dome? A dome is a sphere shaped roof of a building. shaped जो roof होती है building की उसको हम domes बोलते हैं. ठीक. Next is minaret, a central prayer hall opened into large courtyard, and the minaret was a tall and learned tower used to give the call for prayers. So they are all the Indo-Islamic features. They are built in red sandstone and decorated with floral and designs. So this is all about the architectural style of Sultanate period. Qutub Minar, monuments of Sultanate period. Now Mughal periods. Architecture during the Mughal period was much more grand and magnificent than during the preceding centuries. This is because of two reasons. There was a stability in the empire, and the Mughal had more funds at their disposal or to spend on monuments. So Mughal architecture is basically influenced by Persian style, and the Mughal constructed excellent mosques, forts, gardens, and cities. The Mughal building shows a uniform pattern both in structure and character. Some famous buildings of Mughal architecture: Taj Mahal, Red Fort, Humayun's tomb. Barber architectural legacy. Babur is believed to have come up with a distinct pattern. The Char Bagh is a quadrangular garden divided into four parts based on the Persian style. The garden was divided by walkways or flowing water. Humayun's tomb. Humayun did not build many structures. His tomb in Delhi was built by his widow Hamida Banu Begum during the reign of Akbar. This tomb is one of the finest examples of tomb architecture in which the use of double dome was seen for the first time. So in Humayun's tomb, double dome was used, and the ceiling is placed lower in such a way that the proportion of exterior is not disturbed. Agra Fort. Akbar's greatest architectural achievement was the new capital of Fatehpur Sikri, in which low arcs and domes were extensively used. An impressive gateway known as Buland Darwaja was built at Fatehpur Sikri, and the Diwane Khas and Daftar Khana was other important structures during Akbar period. And the Agra Fort stands one of the best example of architectural monuments of the period, where many structures were built deriving influence from Bengali and Gujarati style. And one of the grandest gates of Agra Fort, the Delhi Gate, is decorated with inlay work in white marble. Shah Jahan was also known as the engineer king. Why? Because most of his work in his favorite medium marble, and some of his masterpieces are the city Shah Jahanabad, Lal Killa, which is also known as Red Fort, Moti Masjid in Delhi, and Taj Mahal in Agra. Shah Jahan built a new capital for him called Shah Jahanabad. The, uh, the building, pure white marble, stands on high marble platforms surrounded by garden. Above this structure rises a beautiful dome topped with a inverted lotus financial and a metallic pinnacle. There is a slender pillar or a minaret at each of the four corners of platform. These are the characteristics of Taj Mahal architecture, which was built by Shah Jahan. So this is all about this chapter. The architectural innovation stopped under Aurangzeb, and most of his buildings were copies of the earlier one. So this is all about this chapter. One more thing is there: regional architecture. The kingdoms of Bengal, Gujarat and Deccan also developed their unique architectural style. The use of nature inspired by architectural form is marked in Hyderabadi monuments, which is Char Minar. So the Hyderabadi monuments are for their use of pineapple like domes and minars, and the columns which are modeled on palm tree. The most famous Bijapuri building is the Gol Gumbad, which has the largest single dome in India. So this is all about this chapter. Thank you, students. Stay home.